Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Thursday morning, March 20th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning here at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help you become a successful currency trader so that you can earn more, work less. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple but powerful and accurate proprietary trading indicators. And this morning I want to show you just how simple and powerful they are by walking you through one of the dozen different trade strategies that we have. When we coach people, we will develop a customized trade plan based on your availability to trade and your risk preferences. It's not a one size fits all. And with that, let's jump in and see what we've got going this morning. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll take it from there.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a variety of tools. We've got curriculum that has been developed over 16 years that gives you the information that you need to know and cuts out the stuff that you don't need to know. With currency trading, there's lots and lots and lots of information out there. It's hard to figure out what's right and what's not. When you trade with us, we've kind of cut away the chaff. We're giving you just what we think you need to know, and we're so confident that it is the right things that you need to know that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. Now we've got group training, we've got the videos, we've got the thing that I think helps accelerate your ability to get from point A to B, which is the personalized one-on-one training. And we also do these live trades where an experienced trader comes online and walks you through their thought process in terms of how they're figuring things out. By you watching, you not only get to see that it works, but you get to learn how to do it yourself. I do 3 live trades a week. Tuesday and Thursday morning at this time, Monday afternoon at 3:30. Every afternoon, I send out an overnight trade setup that you can copy. Both trades from last night closed profitably when you're in the trial, and as well as in coaching, you get trade pattern alerts that we send out during the day as trades show themselves. Every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade like this. Every afternoon at 6 p.m. we do a live trade like this. And then one of the things that kind of we think is our secret sauce is that we are continuously coaching. Anybody who's good at something has a coach and uses their coach to stay at the top of their game. We apply that same philosophy. I have a little checklist that kind of helps me stay focused in my routine so I don't miss anything. Every morning I like to refresh my green chart. Those are the charts with our indicators. It clears out the memory, picks up any updates they might have done. Just part of my routine is that nobody trades at 100%, and people who claim they do are lying. It just you can't. It's impossible. On those trades that you lose, you're either going to win or you're going to learn. And so on those trades that you lose, it's worthwhile going back and trying to figure out what it was that you did wrong. Now, sometimes you could do everything right and it still go wrong, but spending that little bit of time, that knowledge that you get from it is well worthwhile. And with our indicators, you're able to, with the simulator, you can go right back to the specific moment you took that trade and see what the chart was telling you. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at helping us figure out the direction of the move. Some people trade on the news. We don't, but we want to know what those news items are so that we can trade around them. And I like to go to Forex Factory to see what the news events are so that we can trade around them. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. I ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. Some people pay attention to this. I don't. And red, which is high impact. And this morning we've got some news at 8 a.m. on the pound. And again at 8:30, more information on the pound. Basically, the Bank of England governor is going to speak regarding what the announcements were here. And then we've got unemployment claims for the USD. So for this morning, we will try to avoid the USD and the pound. Usually, I don't like to trade within a 2-hour window of these news events because this information is published and it starts to leak out a little bit. It's sitting on someone's desk, and people who are connected are able to get it. And it starts to cause the market to move before the announcement. And then there's a chance, if you're holding a position open, that you're going to get stopped out because there'll be a whiplash because of the news. We've got some news at 1 on the Canadian dollar. Any trade we take this morning should be closed well before here. So we'll stay away from the pound and the dollar this morning. We have a dozen different signals, and as I said, we will develop a customized trade plan around it. The one I'm going to do this morning is something called the 10-point trade signal. It's a little bit more advanced than what we show in the trial. I like to take it off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, the trade's going to close within 1 to 3 hours. It's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, and my sweet spot tends to be 11 pips. And what we're trying to do is get there's 3 sections to our chart, and we want to have the lines in all 3 sections agree. So with that, let's take a look, see what we've got. The chart we're going to be trading off of is the light 6 major. It is a composite chart. It's showing us 6 different currency pairs. And as I said, all on a 1-hour chart, which means that each candle has 1 hour's worth of information in it. Each line has 1 hour's worth of information in it. I start in the middle section and of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. Red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. And basically, I am looking for situations where we are overbought and the lines are coming down. And then you can see the kind of the red candles, or oversold oversold. The lines are below the red line and going up, and you can see the green candles going up. Now, there are four things I look for. One, that we're oversold and all the lines are going up. We don't have that here. If I don't see what I want here, I don't need to look at the rest of the chart. Euro USD oversold, basically sideways. Pound USD oversold, basically miners going up, major sideways. Dollar Canadian dollar overbought. Now here's a situation where we were overbought. Now normally I don't, on a 1 hour chart, I will not take a buy trade if we're overbought, but you can see here's the situation. Had you done that, you could have carved out 50 pips. So it's not part of my trade strategy, but as you develop a trade strategy, there may be something that you see here that's worth your while, that makes it worthwhile to do. So again, overbought, kind of sideways. Dollar Swiss franc, overbought. Everybody's coming down, so that's the second thing. Third thing is I'm looking for what I call a double cross, where the red line is crossed over the green line, and the black line is crossed over the gray line. So we have that. And then the last thing I look at is what's the slope of the green line, and I want it to be better than 45 degrees. It's just about 45 degrees, maybe a little bit better. Only thing I don't like here, a couple things I don't like here. One, I don't like it when the green line is so far gapped from the blue line. I prefer it to be a little closer to entering the channel. And then two, if you notice, normally here the USD is on the front end of the pair, and here on these three, the USD is on the back end of the pair. I would expect to see the opposite things here, and I don't. Here we're going down, and here we're going down. So that gives me a bit of concern. What I would then do if I wanted to take this trade is I would look at a full chart. And a full chart is a chart that shows me just one currency pair, but over 6 different time frames. So here's a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour. So if we were go to the, what was that, USD Swiss franc, I would want the 2 hour and the 4 hour to both be overbought. And basically, they kind of are. And the reason I want these overbought is there's less of a chance of us getting stopped out. There's not that much more up in the move. So I kind of have these. But again, because we get that news coming up on the USD at 8:30 on unemployment, we're going to hold off. Now, maybe if we don't have anything, maybe I'll come back to that. Now, here on the dollar yen, overbought, everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross, the red on top, the black on top. I've got way better steepness on the green line. The steepness here is versus here. There's also a couple pluses here. One is that the green line is entering the channel, but less than halfway, and that all the lines are clustered. Both the majors and minors are close together. So I like that. It's usually a stronger signal. So this is, to me, this is what I'm looking for. And I like that we went from oversold, and then now we're turning in overbought. If we go and look at our confirmation, now here, interesting, we don't have, this signal isn't the same as we were just looking at. Oops. All right, now it is. This is the same. This isn't overbought. This is in the middle of the channel going up. This is oversold and kind of going up. So these two are telling me something different than I'm seeing here. I want the lines up here and up here. So I don't have that. So even though this is a good signal, I don't have the confirmation I want, so I wouldn't consider it. All right, let's go to the next group. So I've cloned this chart and I made a chart with 6 new pairs, and these are non-USD pairs. So euro pound, oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, greens on top, grays on top, and I've got a better than 45-degree angle on the green line. Green line is entering the channel, which is a plus. And we've got a kink in the line here where we're going from less steep to more steep. So I like that. So we got all 4 points here. When I jump up to my TNTs, I'm going to count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. And there are 4 lines up here. The 2 orange lines, thick orange and thin orange, and 2 blues, thick blue and dotted blue. When orange goes up, that means buy. So that's supporting what I'm seeing here. So the 2 oranges are going up. When blue goes down, that means buy. So thick blue is coming down. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I want to have at least 3 of the 4. And then I'm going to jump down to my pressure. And I want these lines either going up, which they're not, or I want the green line on top, which it is. So 1 point, 4 points, 3 points, so 8 points. Now, while we've been talking here, the one concern is that the green line is fluctuating a little bit, and sometimes it's going below the 45 degrees. Right now, it's above the 45 degrees. So let's go look at our confirmation. And the other day, somebody was clever enough to notice that I didn't put the right pair when I went to do my confirmation. I used the wrong pair. So I got to write it down here to make sure we got it right. So oversold on the 2-hour and going up. It doesn't have to be going up, but I want it to be oversold, and oversold on the 4-hour. So I've got my confirmation that I want. Once I have my confirmation on some of the trades we have, the take profit is predetermined, take profit and stop loss. On this trade, we need to figure it out. So to figure it out, I'm going to go to a clean chart. And let's see, euro pound. Now, this is a clean chart just showing me the candles. So one, I want to kind of take a look. I like to scrunch the chart up. I want to see what the trend is. So last week, the trend was a big uptrend. And now it looks like we're trading into a downtrend. Looks like we're trading into a downtrend. So if I'm trading with the trend, I can be a little more aggressive on the number of pips I'm taking. If I'm trading against the trend, I'm going to be a little more conservative. And then I want to know where the support and resistance are. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And you can see they kind of stop in here, they stop in here, stop in here, over here, over here. And because I want to get in and out, these stopping spots are going to be kind of where my natural, the boundaries of which within I trade, because I want to get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. If I trade across these lines, it's going to take longer for the trade to close. Longer it takes for the trade to close, the more risk there is. So you can see it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, kind of stopped in here. And when I crunch up the chart, I get more data points. But in order to see what's going on, I want to open it back up. And then I want to know how much room we have from where we're at to where we're going. So we got about 10 pips up. And these lines tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. And 6 pips down. So in this case, this is only 15 pips. All right, let's go back and take a look. We're a little below the 45 degrees here. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to see if we can see something else. Let's see if we see something else, and we'll come back to it. Here, Australian dollar, yen. We're trading on a 1-hour chart, and it's not morning in either of these markets. I want one of these markets to be actively trading. Plus, we don't really have the signal here. The black line's going down. I want all the lines going up. Euro, Canadian dollar, we've got that news event, so we're going to pass. Here, we've got all the lines going up. Double cross. The steepness here is greater than 45 degrees. It's less than the halfway line, but I don't like when there's a kink in the line where we're going from more steep to less steep. When the kink goes the wrong direction, that tells me the move is kind of running out of gas. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, overbought going up. Pound yen, we've got disagreement. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought going up. So again, I've cloned the chart. I've got another 6. Canadian dollar, yen, we've got the news announcement, plus we don't really have a clear signal. Euro, New Zealand dollar, overbought going up. Pound, New Zealand dollar, we don't have agreement. Miners are sideways. New Zealand yen, oversold. We don't have agreement. When we have agreement, the more things that agree, the higher the probability that the move is going to do what we think. Gold, dollar, oversold. We don't have agreement. Euro, Swiss franc, reaching overbought. We don't have agreement. Again, we've got 6 more pairs. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold, no agreement. We've got news coming. Swiss franc, yen, oversold, no agreement. Euro, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Green is greater than 45 degrees. Thin orange is going up. Thick orange is horizontal, so that's only one of the two. Thick blue is coming down, supporting the buy. So we only have 2 of the 4. I want 3 of the 4. Plus, I don't like that we've got the kink where we're going from more steep to less steep. Pound, Australian dollar, you only need a couple good trades a day to make terrific money at this. So you can be picky. When you take a trade that loses money, it's a lot more work because you got to get back to break even. It's a lot more work. So you're wasting a lot of effort just to not lose money. Pound, Australian dollar, disagreement. New Zealand, Swiss franc, we don't really have the double cross here. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, We don't have agreement. Majors are sideways. So let's go back to take one more look at euro pound. All right. Wow. It's gone from up, going up to now it's kind of sideways. So that little fluttering where it was going less than 45 degrees was enough to that was my hesitancy. And now that we waited, now can this trade eventually make it? I think it can. We're oversold here, starting to go up on the majors. Oversold here, starting to go up on the majors. Oversold. So this is going to go up eventually, but the timing's not right now. Let me. So we didn't see a good trade on the using the 1 hour. Using the thick orange line. Again, we've got a dozen different trade signals. I'm going to change gears and look at, see if we can find a different trade. This is a simpler trade. It's a little scalp trade, thick orange line trade. And what it looks at is where the thick orange line is. And the position of the thick orange line is shown here. This line is scaled. So when it's as high as it go, it's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. So I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. So when it's as high as it can go, it thinks there's no more up in the move. If there's no more up in the move, that's a good time to sell. You can take this right at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left. And we're within that time right now. We got 3 minutes. So I'm looking for not 0 or 10. So I don't have it. No. 9, yes. Oh, it's just on the border. If this were 9, I would look at where the red line is on the major indicator. If the red line is up above the blue line, this is a 5-point sale. But we don't have it right now. It's already kind of started to turn. But this is worth 5 pips when we see it. No. I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. No zeros or 10. And then when there's news, I'm not going to take it, but just see if we see a setup here. So we didn't see anything. The closest thing we saw was this guy. But we don't have the second part of it where the red line is up above. And what happens is like kind of stretching a rubber band. When this is at 10 and the red line is above, usually there's a little snap when the new candle comes, and that's worth 5 pips. So, sorry, gang, we weren't able to find a trade today. Sometimes the best trade you take is the one you don't take. It's worth it to be selective in what you're doing when you're trading. The best way to learn to trade is to find somebody good at it and get them to teach you. We think we're pretty good at it, and we come on here to show you how good we're at it. And we send out our trade results daily. We send out trade setups daily that you can copy and see for yourself. We send out the trade pattern alerts, which you get. And the next step is do the trial and see for yourself. Play around with the indicators. We'll give you some one-on-one coaching on a strategy that you can see how accurate it is. And again, we are so confident that you can make money at this that we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for all of us. Have a terrific day. I'll see you again this afternoon at 4:15 when I send out my overnight trade. Bye-bye.